So it turns out visualization actually does work. I think I'm around about 6 days into starting now, and obviously I made a couple of videos ago explaining how I'm going to try and use it to cure my self-doubt. And I've essentially used it so far in a two-pronged approach. So obviously the book that I've been reading, and I'm about halfway through now, Psycho-Cybernetics, kind of explained to me how to do it. And it explained to me that I should have basically a big picture image, a big picture goal of myself in mind, and live that in my imagination. How does it feel? How does it smell? How does it look? What do people say about you? What do you hear? Everything. Right? I've already been through that. But I found myself it was working. I felt really good after doing it, and I was starting to believe in myself again. But a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, I found myself kind of like, it's just way too far out. Like I'm picturing like my big vision, right? So I sat there and I thought to myself, how can I essentially fix that, right? Because it was starting to seep back into self-doubt. So I said, why don't I do it in a two-pronged approach? Why don't I have my big picture vision and then have a more achievable goal? And my more achievable goal was reach 5k views in 48 hours again on my YouTube channel. And I'd been reaching that quite regularly in April, May, beginning of June. It was pretty normal for me to reach that. And obviously it tapered off towards the end of June and the beginning of July. And July was an awful month at the beginning because I basically just kind of slowed my posting schedule. But I set that goal and I visualized it, and I was doing it in two ways. I was visualizing that and then visualizing my long-term vision, and lo and behold, in the last 48 hours I hit 5k views again. Spiked in subscribers, loads of engagement, no calls booked yet, but they will come, I'm sure of that. That's my next short-term visualization, is just one call booked. And it works. It fucking works. I'm starting to believe in myself more and more. I'm starting to believe that visualization is real. Programming the subconscious and projecting that onto realities, that reality shifts to meet your identity. It's a very, bit woo-wee when you say it out loud, but it's worked so far. And I don't know. I think I'm coming to the realization that there's a lot more in this world that science cannot explain. Be that God, be the universe, be that mysticism. I don't know. But I'm using it to the best of my ability, and just a week in, it's coming to fruition already. The next short-term visualization, like I mentioned a minute ago, is going to be booking one call. That I haven't booked a call since July, the beginning of July, and that call was from someone who was in my DMs in March, so I didn't even count that. Before that, I haven't booked a call since April 20th, and that was a no-show. The last call I had that showed up was April 13th, which I closed. So May, June, July, 4 months almost without a call. And when I say that, I just said that really was like, oof, fucking hurt a bit. But hey, things are turning around again. Things are starting to go in the right direction. And in a year, when I have escaped and all of this has come to fruition, people are going to be able to look back. Maybe you're watching this right now looking back, and you're going to see that it wasn't working for me not so long ago. And I knuckled down, believed, visualized, acted, and it happened. And anyone watching this can apply that now, wherever you are, whenever you are watching this. I was in I was in a dark kind of weary place not so long ago, and I lost all hope. But I don't need to hope anymore. I know that is who I am. That is who I'm becoming. I'm already becoming that inside, and that will project in reality, because I'm not just visualizing and hoping. I'm visualizing and acting. Again, I'm acting on everything I have to do, you know, and I haven't missed a beat in the last week, and that's just going to continue. I already know that. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to hop on and say. See you guys soon.